right, well, let's talk about the weather. What happens when it rains? We all know clearly anything can happen with the weather. We're experiencing it firsthand right now, but it actually rained yesterday and it delayed some setup for some of these vendors. So it takes 3.5 weeks to get everything moved in and loaded into a spot at the fairgrounds. It's a big undertaking. Now it's a constant revolving door of semi-trucks in and out, and the weather really determines what happens first and then what waits until later. Clearly, that's not really the case right now. People are hopefully already set up right now, but it's kind of delaying just those final finishing touches. But however, the bright side is yesterday's rain, it actually did not delay any major impacts on opening day.
We do look at what we're setting up and where they're located. You know, if there's a soft spot because of weather, maybe we'll hold off setting up that area until we get closer to the fair. And then if things are already set up and it gets soggy, we have other alternatives, wood chips and things like that we bring in.
So I'm going to tell myself that everybody at the fair right now was watching Good Morning Iowa earlier this morning at 5 a.m. because what I'm about to talk about next, everyone's taking my advice. The fair says you should not let the rain stop you from coming out to the fairgrounds. We told you this morning. They actually have 14 inside locations where you can wait out any rain. That's what we're doing right now, along with a lot of other people. In the event of severe weather, the fair will activate its grounds-wide alert system, warning fairgoers to seek shelter. We heard that this morning. I can tell you it's nice and loud. You're not going to miss it. We heard it, was a little caught off guard at first, and then we realized what it was. So good news, that is working very well. The fair says they will only activate that system and shut things down if the National Weather Service does issue an official warning, which of course, you guys, that clearly happened this morning. So the system is working. We just wanted to make sure it worked, you know, for opening day, test it out. All right, well, let's talk about some new events and celebrations that are happening this year. I talked about America 250. We've mentioned a handful of new events, but there are really so many, the list goes on. Now, new shows debuting this year include the Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show. We're going to be out there for our streaming show, Fairly Unscripted. Very excited about that. Another new show is Wild West Shenanigans. But of course, with this year being America 250, the fair wanted to get in with some of the action to celebrate the nation's birthday. So earlier this week, we asked Mindy Williamson how the fair is celebrating.
So we have a permanent art installation. We have 250 flags on display. We have a 1776 display and a new veterans walkway. So there's a lot of new permanent things that you can see.
Now, it wouldn't be the state fair without butter, and we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the iconic butter cow. Now, the cow is made of 600 pounds of pure, creamy butter, and this year's companion sculpture is Meet Me at the Pepsi Clock, an homage to the iconic fair landmark on Grand Avenue. Now, the very first butter cow was actually sculpted back in 1911, and there have only been 3 sculptors since that time. Currently, the sculptor is Sarah Pratt, who's been doing this since 2006.
So this past year, I had a grant from the Iowa Art Council, and I partnered with Humanities Iowa to tour around Iowa and teach some classes, but also learn from the communities across Iowa about what this sculpture could look like.
Now, Pratt says she has enlisted her daughters to help with the butter sculpting, making it a true family affair. I love to see that. And hey, don't forget, come check us out at the fair. The Local 5 booth is set up right on Grand Avenue in front of the administration building. You cannot miss us. Come say hi, check out the Weather Lab experience. We are going to have a ton of fun out there. And new this year, our state fair coverage is about to be bigger and unscripted. Every weekday at noon, I'll be live right here at the fairgrounds with exclusive interviews, taking you behind the scenes of Iowa's biggest event. You can stream Fairly Unscripted to get unique live fair coverage right here on We Are Iowa Plus. All right, like I said, you guys, we're not letting the rain stop us out here. We're still having a lot of fun. We're starting to see people slowly file their way in. It is quiet right now, I won't lie. Blue Ribbon Bar and Eatery, though, it's popping over there. So if you guys do come, you guys could head right over there, come hang out with us under the administration building. Plenty of spots that you can take cover. So we'll be here until 9 a.m. on We Are Iowa Plus, as well as our coverage throughout the entire day and really the whole week of the fair. But we'll check back in with you guys in a few minutes. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.